You know, there are times in my life where I sit down and think to myself, man, I really wish the art community did not exist because, oh my God, you people are actually out of your minds. If you guys haven't seen my latest video, which, to be honest, I don't blame you, you might not be aware of the situation regarding Yummicactus and Junidrawz. With that, allow me to explain. Junidrawz and Yummicactus are two art commentary YouTubers who have gained popularity in the past year or so for videos they've made calling out problematic creators within the circle, most notably Cupidite. I should note that recently Cupidite has made a document responding to the recent influx of allegations against them. I will say up front, I haven't looked through the document. There's just way too much to go through, and because of that, I'm not going to talk about anything they've done here. If you want to learn more about the Cupidite situation, there's some decent videos out there on it all if you are interested in looking into that. This recent situation started when Junie and Yummy went after an up-and-coming commentator named Junidrawz, accusing them of being Cupidite on an alt account. For context, Cupidite had allegedly gone into hiding after the expose videos were being made on them, and there was speculation that they could have been hiding elsewhere. Even when Junidrawz would give them evidence and try to reason with them, Junie and Yummy would not back down. They'd go as far as to make a whole-ass document on the matter and even try claiming that Momo's grooming trauma was fake, all because they thought they were Cupidite. What was their evidence, you may be asking? For having a similar art style and handwriting. Like, wow, it's almost as if they were using the exact same popular Ibis paint brush code that, wouldn't you know it, is also used by Junidrawz. You know, Bree's art kinda looks a lot like Cupidite's too. I wonder if that means they're also the same person. Oh, and I find it incredibly funny that the entire time Momo would try to hop on call with them to explain themselves, the two would conveniently be too busy to, but they had all the time in the world to make a document lickety-split. You may be wondering why the document has been taken down. Well, according to Junidrawz, the three of them would eventually call, to which Junie and Yummy would apologize, eventually leading to not just the document's deletion but the privating of Momo's videos, which, I'm sorry, the fact it was a private apology is so funny to me. These two don't even have the balls to publicly acknowledge their mistakes. They'd rather keep it hush-hush and sweep it under the rug. While that conflict has been resolved for the most part, that doesn't mean these two lovebirds are in the clear. Oh, no, no, no. As much as they'd hate to admit it, these two have some skeletons in their closet. Skeletons that, well, to put bluntly, they like fucking. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Yummicactus and Junidrawz are self-proclaimed necrophiles. Not only do they enjoy and draw art related to necrophilia, but they've also shown an infatuation with Nazi imagery, from drawing themselves in Nazi uniforms to also listing SS uniforms next to some freaky emojis in this weird-ass list of, I'm assuming, problematic art prompts. Now before anyone asks, yes, Junie and Yummy have actively criticized people who do the same stuff. Just recently, Junie had made 2 more videos on Cupidite that brought up his glorification of Nazi imagery, and if it couldn't get any weirder, Junie is literally Jewish. So why the hell would either of them do this? Well, according to Junidrawz, it's because they were groomed by a former friend of theirs named Dippy Stick into creating this art. Groomed by someone who is, according to their straw page, 17 years old. Junie and Yummy are 16. Okay, Birdie.
Anyways, this shouldn't have been drama in the first place, but K-Dog encouraged me to make drawings like those, and that's why they exist. I know a few of you are probably going to say this as some sort of counter-argument, so I'd like to acknowledge it. The age gap wasn't, huge. I was 12 when she was 14, but, let's not get caught up in the logistics of grooming. I am not misusing the word. I can confidently say that this is what this was.
As seen in these screenshots, Dippy Stick not only allegedly encouraged them to make this art, but they would also stream snuff films to one another. Jeannie claims they would hallucinate because of these videos, but considering the addition of a certain snuff film in the prompt list, yeah, I get the feeling some of you were enjoying it a little too much. Junie uses the excuse that the Nazi art was created 6 months ago and that they've changed since then, but here's the thing. This is the exact same shit you and Yummy were calling out 6 months ago too. So why is it okay for you guys to do this, but when Cupidite does it, it's an offense worth multiple call-out videos? Well, according to Junie, it's because Cupidite made it public. So obviously it's okay, guys. Not like it being private or not would make a fucking difference, would it? And even if the stuff regarding Dippy Stick did happen, why the hell would you be gullible enough to let a friend like that encourage you to make Nazi art? If you were proudly Jewish before this and come from a Jewish background, I don't think this would be something you'd be tricked into doing. Saying to you, Yummy, I visited a concentration camp before and it was awful, Cactus. This is just plain stupidity on everybody's part. But don't worry, the excuses do not end there. As seen here, we have some more lovely art created by Junidrawz that depicts their OC with the Necro Pride flag color palette. His excuse was that these were drawings meant to make fun of anal bones, an artist that Junie had previously called out, who has a joke character with the same palette. It doesn't take a genius to understand why this is such a bad excuse. You can make fun of anal bones using any other tactics that don't involve depictions of necrophile pride. Also, is it just me? Or is it really not a good look to admit that you were making fun of someone who you made a video on hoping they'd get the help they need? I'm sure these two will come across this video and try to take it down for slander or copyright infringement. Either that or they will accuse me of being someone from an evil background. So let's get this out of the way. I am not Cupidite. I am not a friend of Cupidite. I am not a member of the UTTP. I'm just an average Joe who has hated your self-righteous asses since I first became exposed to your corny-ass content. Jenny plans on making a video responding to the allegations this week, while Yummy is cowarding in private. They're trying to claim that the UTTP is going after them and have shut down their server because of it. Even though I don't believe much of what comes out of these two's mouths, they are also saying that Junie has been doxxed because of this and have had nudes leaked. If this is true, I do not support this behavior at all. Shame on whoever supported or went through with this crap. I get that these two are minors and children make mistakes, but that is also a huge problem. Minors, let alone 16-year-olds, should not be making commentary videos on the scale. These two obviously lack the emotional maturity to create serious content, let alone channels of their size. A good commentary YouTuber wouldn't hide from criticism, like Yummicactus has done as far back as the initial Cupidite situation. A good commentator wouldn't strike videos regarding criticism. A good commentator wouldn't nastily comments or use their status as a rape victim to excuse their actions. Please, 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 for the sake of everyone's sanity, get off the internet, both of you.